Hello and welcome to a new Football Manager series. This is just going to be a short one here, where basically I have booted Steve Clark out of the Scotland squad and decided, right, I'm taking over for the Euros. The reason I've done this is I wanted to pick a home nations team because I sort of wanted somebody half decent on fuck managing England. I don't know much about Wales, so it's Scotland or nothing like. So we'll head here now. We'll just start into the save. This episode will just be me introducing the squad, by the way. Won't actually be any matches in this one, but my plan is to play this sort of tactic. The idea is to get a playmaker out and wide. Hopefully he causes a bit more of an issue than if he's in the middle. Put a target man on the other side. Just that's Lyndon Dykes basically is who I'm thinking for that one. I just have a pressing forward with normal up front. Goalkeeper's normal enough. The back three let Scotland play normal enough. This is how they actually crowbar Robertson and Tierney both into the team. Robertson plays there and Tierney plays on the left hand side of back three, which you can do. The idea here is a fella just sitting, I don't know, and going forward, backs to backs, and just a right winger here now to balance it out. So I'm going to go through the squad here now just in order. I've capped it alphabetical just for the time being. First player up, Stuart Armstrong at Southampton. I am going to clarify here now, by the way. I've picked these based on how I would do it in game, so it's not real life. So there's people like Billy Gilmore's the obvious one. He didn't play enough at Chelsea in the game to warrant being picked. That's why I haven't bothered with him. But Stuart Armstrong, you see down here, 32 games, 5 goals, 5 assists, and an average of 7.18. Done alright. And he will be on the... Hopefully, if things go to plan, he will be on the right-hand side in that advanced playmaker. But I'm not adverse to changing the formation in the couple of friendlies I have organised if it doesn't work. Next up, first controversial pick, Eamonn Broofie. Just a centre forward of 26 players. So basically, I've picked 2 for every position and then just brought another forward, midfielder, and defender. I think that's what I've done. Anyway, he is only here because he's an off forward. I think it's sort of play out in the left hand side here now. As a, well, they're not letting me do it, but if I pick here, inside forward on attack, as you see, he's fairly good at it, and the players in the Scottish Premiership have been dire. They're centre forward wise, like, so he was the best of the whole lot probably. Who would have been sort of iffy, you know. I'm thinking the lack of him. Like, it was that bad. Tony Watt, very near to get picked into the team, if that's sort of the standard we're talking about. Next up, Colin Campbell. A player who people outside of Scotland probably haven't actually heard of that much, but is actually very good in the game. Like, if you're monitoring Celtic or Rangers, this guy's definitely worth picking up. But basically, that's my plan there. Centre midfield on defend and just let him sort of... I've just realised he gets forward whenever possible. So I've maybe made a bollocks of this already, but that's what my plan is. He'll be sort of a body in midfield, do quite well. He's well all-rounded. He can also jump into the backs-to-backs role if need be. Only issue is he's fairly small. He's in the small side. Next up, Zonder Clark, first goalkeeper in the squad actually, and just solid all round. Played 37 matches in the league, conceded a goal a game, which, when you consider they play the Old Firm teams 4 times each, I think, unless they finished in the bottom half, which I don't think St Johnstone did. Oh, they did. I was going to say they played the Old Firm 4 times, but I think if they finish in the bottom half, they're only playing 3 times each. But he's done well, and I plan on using sweeper keeper. Just I prefer it, like, so he's good enough for the role. So that's it. And goalkeepers in opposition were depth isn't great. I'm not going to lie to you. I tried to call Alan McGregor out of retirement, and he didn't come. But Zonder Clark, decent enough pick. Here's another controversial one, probably. Andy Considine that basically covers left back and centre back. essentially he's a replacement for Tierney and is not quick. But he's played well enough in the Premiership, over a 7 rating. Played every match, and basically that's why I picked him. It was either him or there's a fella at Hibernian who's very similar. Who, anyway, Scottish can probably mind who I'm talking about now, like, but I can't off the top of my head, and it was between them two, and I just picked Constantine for he was better performer throughout the season. Liam Cooper, a centre back. I'm not actually sure if he plays for Scotland in real life or not, but I took him. He's good enough. Decent dish at passing the ball out. Good defender technically. Mentally fine too. Bravery 16. Position at 14, which is pretty good actually. And just sort of solid all round. So, playing at Leeds, played the full season for Leeds, done alright, so head on. Lyndon Dykes, who is a QPR and didn't play well. He didn't play a lot much, but I'd say that I'll take him anyway. My idea is actually to stick him out here on the left hand side. So he should be alright there. And it's only really McBurney who's competition for him out there. But he hasn't played well in the league, but I took him anyway. Just for a bit of versatility. John Flack, who, when I put my 23 together, I don't think was in it. This is similar to when I picked Broadway. It's just another midfielder I have, so brought him with me. He can do box to box. He can do the centre midfielder on defend if need be. He's just sort of well balanced and all around. And that's why I've picked him. Played in the Premier League, done alright. Played very well in the FA Cup for whatever reason, but he's just solid, decent all round. And another pickup, Ryan Friedrichs, who I've managed to talk this guy into playing for Scotland. And the idea is he plays at wing back, is my idea here. He just sort of, he's been alright in the Premier League. He's probably one of the few players I've took, not based on form, but I've just brought him anyway. See how he gets on. He can play a wing back, can play a right back. If I end up playing 4-4-2, which is my backup plan, he can play on the right hand side as well. So can just play right up the right hand side. Fairly good player. And when you see my other pick here, you sort of realise why I've pulled him up why I've picked him, because the issue is not great. Next up, Jackman Gallaher at centre back, who's again just a solid defender. Probably will start on like the right hand side of my back three. But solid defender, good in the air, jumping reach 17, heading 14, bravery 17, all reflects fairly well. Decent positioning, decent strength, and again, just a fairly solid defender. Ryan Gold, who's the outside pick for the team, I think. He's not in the squad in real life, but I've took him. Or he's one of the few players who can actually sort of pull something out of nothing. So he is. He probably will be my starting choice on the right hand side as that playmaker. Just for you sort of see the attributes there. All very good. Fleur 10 makes the only weakness, but everything else is very good. And I know it says he's unconvincing on the right hand side, but he do for the Euros, like. And I wanted to be a decent number of the teams here now in real life, just sort of see how he's thought of. Never really played much in the league, but I'll sort of gloss over that for the time being, just to sort of bring him in for something a bit different. Oran Hickey is my final choice, I think, for the 3 extra players. I brought him in just to cover both sides. He can play right and left hand side, is either footed and wing back position, so he's brought in to cover that. There's nothing really much about it. Like, that's what my thinking was. Jason Kerr is just Actually, I'm looking through him here now. He's actually bad. He's better than I thought he was. But he's just a centre back option. It'd be alright. The way I pick my squads, generally the international is 2 players in each position, and he's one of the better centre backs in the Scottish Premiership. So I've brought him. That's it. David Marshall is David Marshall. So he's solid goalkeeper. Hasn't really played much in the league. I think other than Zonder Clark, I don't think anybody really has. Apart from McGregor, who tried to call up and didn't come. So David Marshall's in as a sort of a just very good goalkeeper, solid, reliable, and that's it. Ollie McBurney, who that must have happened this year. It must have. No. Apparently, Ollie McBurney has actually scored for Scotland before, but I never knew that. But he's my backup on the left hand side. So he is. Not overly good at it, but the best of a bad choice, really. And has played in the Premier League a full season. Not overly well. And he might actually be one of the better goal scorers who's eligible for Scotland, so that's why I picked him. John McGinn is just a fine midfielder. Has played well in the league, actually. Don't know how Villa got on in the league in this year, but he's played well enough to warrant being included. And he's going to be my starting box-to-box player. Sort of get forward, can finish, and he's just an all-rounder. Even if push come to shove, he probably could do this as well. So he can fill in the outside too if need be. Callum McGregor is my backup for the box-to-box role, actually. So he is. That's what my plan is here now. Christ, I've lost control of it, but box-to-box role. And I see here again, alright. Work rate 17, determination 18, first touch 16, finishing 14, passing 15. He's just pretty good at it. I never noticed he runs the ball early, but all not. He's played the full season with Celtic, I suspect, as a playmaker, but I'm going to have him as a box-to-box player, but he should do alright. 9 assists, good enough, and 7.20, so he's a decent pick in the squad. But again, another thing, just going to jump in here now, Turnbull didn't really play that well, to be honest with you, for Celtic in this game. That's why I never picked him. And it doesn't really suit me at the minute, having a playmaker in centre midfield. He needs to be up here or sort of be able to play out wide, which Gregor at a push could do, but probably won't need him to. Scott McTominay in centre midfield. My idea here with him is he's the defensive midfielder, the whole lot guy. Just sits, wins the ball, recycles it to like a beginning now. Played in about half United's matches in the league. Done very well, I'd say. But Kevin Nisbet, who's probably going to be my starting centre forward, to be honest. He's the only Scottish player who's actually scoring goals at the minute, so I do alright. As a pressing forward, does fine all round. Good finishing, good first touch. Strength's fairly good as well. Work rate, just fine. Stephen O'Donnell, who's my other option for the wing back. This is why I end up calling up Friedrich. He's alright. Like, he himself is fine, but everybody else was there as choice. I think Patterson sort of next and didn't really play for Rangers. So a full season at Motherwell, 7.21, done fairly well. So worked out alright. Ran Porteous at centre back, just in the game, a monster of a defender. Can lost the plot in real life, like, but the 20 aggression might come in useful, but so we should be alright. Just up the centre back. Matt Ritchie is He's here because the wing back options were shaking both sides. It's Andy Robertson basically is the only. I wanted somebody at backup other than having to play Tierney there, so I've tucked Matt Ritchie just sort of to play there. Like so, I have next one up, Andy Robertson. Probably don't really need to say that much, like so. Just carry on. Let's go for the next one. Lawrence Shankman, who's 17 finishing, 16 composure. Basically, if we need a goal, throw this fella on, see how he gets on. 35 starts, 2 sub in the league, 11 goals. Done alright. He's sort of my backup. And Jed Steer from Aston Villa, who he's another one like Rand Friedrich. He's persuaded to play for Scotland, but he should be alright. And sort of sat there as a goalkeeper. Sorry, he's just probably going to be my third choice. He's not really going to play that much, but we'll see how we get on, man. Kieran Tierney is the centre. He's a left back, but I ain't going to play him at centre back. Just hang on. They're suggesting a libero. Is it worth doing? I don't know. Well, anyway, my idea is he plays as a ball playing centre back. Basically, he carries the ball out of defence for us, and just he's very good centre back. He's probably still one of my best choices centre back, actually. Good season for Arsenal, so that's why he's here. And that's it. That's the squad. This is my idea here of a 4-4-2 sitting as backup just for the time being if I need it, but I'll probably stick with this, see how it fares out. And we'll see how we get on. Just before I go, I have 3 friendlies set up. North Macedonia, who are in the tournament, I think, in one of the other groups. I've had Scotland's annual match against Israel, which seems to bloody happen in real life all the time for whatever reason. I'm going to chip in. Ryan Jack's injured. That's why he's not coming. So it is. Not fully fit. And a match against Northern Ireland, just on a bit different, just a week before Croatia, you get a run at the whole lot. So, my aim here is to try and get 4 points in the first 2 matches. I think England's going to be a bit much in the game. But we'll try to get points in the first 2. And we'll see where we're fared from there. It's the real life groups, so we should be alright. So, next episode will be the overall match. It'll be the first game against the Croatia. Thought it was the Czech Republic there, but that'll be the first match. So, thanks for watching. Goodbye, good luck, and I wish you well.